So overall, through 2 weeks, what's your assessment of this defense?
I think we're playing well. I think we're going to have to continue to get better. Constant state of improvement, but I think right now we've put some things on tape that we like a whole lot, and some things that we want to take off, and so it's an ongoing process.
Asked Achille this, how did you feel like the energy was last week? Not playing at home, not having the crowd behind you, going on the road, gave up a lot of yards, but overall in the end you guys ended up on top.
Man, I thought the energy was good. I mean, anytime you get an opportunity to play college football in a hostile environment, you gotta love it. There's no other place to kind of mimic that environment. So you got to relish those opportunities and kind of play to the biggest possibility that you can.
How do you feel like your guys held up against the test of facing a Jake Haener?
I think we held up. At the end of the day, we held up. I think there's some things we put on tape that I wish we can have back, but the tape is what the tape is, and so we'll get better and try to improve the next time we get out there.
So then looking ahead to Montana State, what are those things you're looking for?
Communication. I think we could take the next step in communication. Eyes. I think we got to take the next step in that. Overall tackling. I think you can always take the next step in tackling because of how fast the game is played. So there are some things that we definitely got to work on, and we'll continue to work on throughout the season.
What does it mean to you to see your guys win back-to-back Pac-12 Defensive Players of the Week?
That's just one guy, you know. I think without the rest of us doing our job, like that one guy, it'd be hard to find that one guy. So yeah, he gets that honor, but I think all of us kind of get a little piece of that deal as well.
Week 1 was all about the turnovers, created a bunch of turnovers. No turnovers this week. It turned into a different sort of game about getting stops at the end of drives and, and reducing their scoring opportunities. What did you learn about the team, facing a different kind of challenge than Week 1 was?
I think that last game kind of really showed like what turnovers do for us from that sense. So you had one game where we were really good from a turnover standpoint. The next game we didn't do as well. So I think that's a coaching point in terms of what we can do with turnovers, how turnovers affect the game. So it was good. It was good to kind of make those coaching points and just move forward.
It seemed like in Week 1 the opportunities for turnovers were really there. Did you feel like they were there last week?
Yeah, anytime the quarterback hands the ball off to a running back or he's putting the ball in the air, the opportunity is always there. So unless they keep kneeling down, there's always going to be opportunities for turnovers.
Montana State's really banged up at the skill position. How does that affect you, like in getting tape on guys? I mean, my understanding is they've got 4 running backs injured. How do you scout, guys that far down the depth chart?
I think they're a good ball team. Any good ball team has depth. So we don't know those guys, but they got guys. So it's about preparing for those guys. Preparing for the position. So there's no such thing as not having tape. Like that next guy in line can do the same exact thing that first guy can do. So we'll take that tape and kind of put the new body in there.
Montana State's obviously put up some numbers, especially scoring so far in these first 2 weeks. What's sort of the key to stopping those guys?
I think we got to play sound defense. I think we got to tackle as a defensive unit. I think we got to play fast. So again, I think it's a lot of the things that we have to do well in order to be successful on a week-in, week-out basis, which is play the defense that's called, tackle, communicate, great eyes, and making plays when the plays present themselves to you.
When you win a game like you did on Saturday, does that create a feeling that this could be a special team and a special year?
Yeah, well, that's the feeling. Like we can really, if we handle our business as a team, we can have a really good year. So that's the emphasis on how well can we do the small things in an extraordinary way. So that's kind of the focus.
How do you keep that mentality from, sort of creating a big head for the team, knowing that they're on the cusp of something being special?
Well, every time you take a look at the tape, there's something to be learned. And I think without those coaching points, without making those coaching points, guys can kind of get away from it, and those issues can show up in the game. So I think that's what you keep doing. You keep driving, like how do we get better based on what we put on tape the last time we were out.